thanks for coming down today. Can you explain to the viewers why you've come today?
Well, listen to that. The sound of kazoos, the Citizens Kazoo Orchestra doing their thing. I've come down here today because I think that these anti-busking laws, these draconian laws, will curtail the arts. And this is how I started out. I began on the streets. I started playing songs, busking. A lot of performers that I know started out as street performers. Eddie Izzard was a street performer, and it's a very important part of our cultural life. When I first came to London, when I was a student, my first exposure to live performance was buskers. You know, I go on the tube, you see them on the streets, and it was a joyful thing, and it made me think, oh, this is what a great city to be in. And one of my most vivid memories of London is hearing, you know, buskers down the tube. You know, you hear like sort of the sound of a saxophone or a violin or a guitar or something. And I think that we would really, it's one of those things, we're so accustomed to hearing busking on the street. If it wasn't there, you'd notice it. You know, it's such a significant part of sort of urban life. And I think that, you know, busking is sort of an ancient tradition that's been done for centuries. You know, I mean, it's a sort of part of our cultural heritage in a way. And I think anything that curtails that, I needed to sort of come down here and stand up for.
Yeah, can I just ask you to speculate on why you think that, I mean, it's not just in Camden, but worldwide, the streets are a contentious place, and city authorities really struggle to manage their relationships with buskers.
Yes.
What do you think drives this? Can you speculate on that for us?
Well, you know, I think that certainly I've noticed that, you know, that Britain and other countries have become a little bit more restrictive in terms of what you can do in public performance. And I don't know whether that is, maybe what is it, people complain or something, you know, there's people phoning up saying, oh, there's a bloke outside my house playing the bongos, can you shut him up for me?
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's that, maybe it's the fact that, you know, there's not enough dialogue, you know, people don't, it's not, they're sort of being slightly sort of, you know, people on the streets are looked at slightly demonised, you know, it's like sort of, you know, and I don't know, I think maybe there's a sense of cities wanting to kind of present a more ordered community or something, and I think that street performance is sort of, it's like an irritation to them, you know, but I think it shouldn't be seen that. I think, you know, we have to change that mindset. It's a kind of valuable part of cultural life, and I think that, you know, to try and to sort of put any curtailments on it, it's a thin end of the wedge, isn't it? It's like a dangerous precedent. If you start with this, then you know, where's the need?
Thank you for your time, Bill Bailey.
You're welcome.
And all the best to you.
Thanks, mate.